So how do you feel about the government's digital currency that they're working on?
No fucking way. No way. That's what I think. I think that's checkmate. That's game over.
That is fucking checkmate.
Because if they apply that to a social credit score, if they decide somehow or another that you need some social credit score system and it's for the benefit of society, and they outline that they can, you know, track your behavior and your tweets and all your things, and you get a score. And if
already doing that, they just haven't released the fucking report cards.
Well, they don't have the kind of freedom that they like.
They didn't send the report cards home to the parents yet.
Right.
Everything is already imprinted. Everything is already tracked. Everything is already there.
But
they just haven't given a
They just can't control
to
you to the same extent that they would like. And what they would like to do is to be able to strip you of your money and to be able to lock you down and then make sure that you comply so that all the other people also comply because they don't want to be stripped of their money. They don't want everything they work for just be taken away instantly overnight and be powerless. No one to call. No one's going to answer your phone. They just decided you fucked up and the rules are the rules. And so then where does that money go? Who takes your money? Who takes... And that's what things, when people start profiting off of confiscating people's digital currency, it's going to be a real fucking problem.
Well, it's not all fucking currency is digital.
Yeah, but the idea of them controlling all of the money.
And it's all unilateral. Yeah. It's all the same fucking thing.
It's all the same fucking thing.
That's a problem. And here's the problem, I think, is that people are going to do it due to convenience of it.
Yeah.
We will have a CBDC in the United States. It's not if, but when. The government wants to control you as much as possible, and they can definitely do that with a CBDC. And if you think this is all fake or it's not going to happen, I think again, this is already happening around the world, as you can see in this next clip right here.
Slowly shifting towards being cash-free. More than $1 billion worth of notes have disappeared from circulation in the past 12 months. It follows the Commonwealth Bank's decision to start trialling cashless branches across Sydney. Economists say a cashless society will hurt criminals on the black market, but will make life more difficult for the elderly who rely on notes and coins.
Without cash, there's no way to transact privately, no way to hide your funds from the government or the banking system. And people know that. That's why they want to keep cash around for private transactions, for things they want to do. They don't want the government all in their pockets. And it's even as crazy as they're now doing all these advanced features when you check out at the register, when you use things for payments. Check this video out here.
I have Whole Foods and I'm about to pay for my groceries with my... It'll work. That's the coolest thing ever.
She used her palm to transact that payment. So it's just another piece of data that the government has on you that they can use to track you. They're going to have facial recognition just like they have on the phone. I've even seen WorldCoin. They're scanning people's eyeballs, their retina, so they can actually identify somebody by their eyeball. It's all very dystopian, but you can slowly see it coming into our economy. And why wouldn't the government want a CBDC that they can control and they can see all the transactions that are happening day by day? It definitely would make people lose all that freedom they had. And I think most people think like this next clip here. So I want to play it for you.
I'm pretty skeptical. I keep asking anybody at the Fed or outside of the Fed to explain to me what problem this is solving. I can send anybody in this room $5 with Venmo right now. Right? No, seriously. So what is it that a CBDC could do that Venmo can't do? And all I get is a bunch of hand waving. I get a bunch, well, maybe it's better for financial inclusion. Maybe it's better for cross-border remittances. Maybe. Is there any evidence that it is? And, you know, they say, well, what about China? China's doing it. Well, I can see why China would do it. If they want to monitor every one of your transactions, you could do that with the central bank digital currency. You can't do that with Venmo. If you want to impose negative interest rates, you could do that with the central bank digital currency. You can't do that with Venmo. And if you want to directly tax customer accounts, you could do that with the central bank digital currency. You can't do that with Venmo. So I get why China would be interested. Why would the American people be for that?
So would you want a CBDC? What if I told you there was actually a potential solution to the central bank digital currency? We'll get to that a little bit later in the video, but I want to share another clip from Joe Rogan's podcast. They're talking about how long is it going to be before we see a cashless society in the United States? Let's check it out.
Well, we're a cashless society.
Hopefully forever, dude. I hope forever. I hope we like, it is so scary to imagine losing the privacy, losing it all completely because every transaction is in the public eye or observable. That's really scary, man. I mean, it's like, I don't even do anything interesting with my money, except tip on the road. I use my card, and I know the argument is that's traceable. I realize that, but it's scary because there's an option. If you want to just blow some cash on something, you can. You could just no one will know. It's whatever it is.
Right.
Not that I would ever use cash for anything other than legal purposes. It's just you know what I mean?
One day in the future, everything will be traceable.
That's right. And that's, this is where being raised an Episcopalian, in the book of Revelations, as a Christian, you're going to read it. This is where I get scared because it's too similar to the mark of the beast. It's too similar to exactly what it says. You won't be able to trade. You won't be able to do anything unless you have the mark, unless you bear the mark. If you remove the ability to trade currency in a private way, you are now controlled. You are now.
Now think about if they do have that CBDC, that digital wallet that they can control, take transactions out of. Think of all the implications that come along with that. You then have a CBDC attached with a social credit system, and that is really complete control. I mean, check out this example on what's going on in China right now. China's social credit score experiment gains momentum. Now, if a person with a low rating calls you, your phone emits a siren instead of the usual ringtone. Then there is a voice reminder that a conversation with this subscriber will lead to a decrease in your score and a potential fine to your account. This all starts with the CBDC. So all this is really crazy, right? But what if I told you there is a solution? It's not a perfect solution, but Bitcoin actually helps with this. And before you think it's a scam or a Ponzi scheme, do some research in it. If you put Bitcoin in cold storage, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can print more Bitcoin. Nobody can freeze your Bitcoin. It's completely yours to take anywhere in the world with you as long as you have access to either an iPhone or a computer with some internet. You can control your Bitcoin. You can send it to your friends. You can send it as a transaction. There's countries that actually have Bitcoin as legal tender right now, and a lot of businesses around the world actually accept Bitcoin as a means of payment. If you want to do that, you can put it on the Lightning Network, and transactions are instantaneous and fees are basically free. Bitcoin is a global solution to bank the unbanked. There's a lot of people around the world that don't even have bank accounts. They can now opt in, have their own bank account with Bitcoin. There's a reason why Bitcoin is the #1 cryptocurrency out there, because a lot of people believe in the Bitcoin network and how it can help humanity and how it can help people bring the power back into their own hands and take it away from governments. This is the whole purpose of Bitcoin. It is decentralized. If you don't have any, it's time to do some research. It's time to actually opt into the system, because it's only going to get harder and harder to obtain Bitcoin as time goes on, because it's digital math. Do more research into it. Check us out on YouTube at Bitcoin Bros. We give you financial, Bitcoin, and crypto related content every single day. You can start learning there. And there are a lot of YouTubers talking about Bitcoin. You can Google Bitcoin. Just learn more about it, guys, because I think it's definitely needed in a time right now when we have this advancement of technology across the board. So let me know what you guys think about all that in the comment section below. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. My name is Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.